Welcome, welcome. I am Insurgent Rat, and this is Aurora 4X. We are the space rats, and I think we just left off last time. We had just finished researching cryogenic transport, so it looks like we were planning on colonizing. If I take a look at my class design hidden down here, I think we designed a very basic freighter, or we were in the process of doing that. This guy doesn't have engines yet. We've got one engine research, and it looks like let me just go to the research screen over here. It looks like we're going to do another one, but I think this is the same tech, and this is just what, twice the size or something. 125. The other one was 62.5. So yeah, I don't actually think this is necessary because we can always just whack more engines on. Yeah, it'll be less fuel efficient, but I was doing some messing around on my own, and I think that in general we probably won't be using our own freighters for quite a while. We just need to, or not super extensively, so fuel efficiency doesn't really matter. We just need to get some industry over to, say, the moon, and civilians should do the rest. And we might actually want the initial colonization to be a little slow because we're pretty busy building stuff, and we're not really going to be able to make that much infrastructure. So what have we got? A military academy, which is about to finish next month. Then we were still amping up production, which, yeah, I can see why we were doing that. What's our YTD? Is actually really, really high. So we probably want to like even triple the number of mines on Earth, really, although it will go up with tech. Now, I mentioned I was doing some messing around on my own, and part of that was discovering planetary unrest. So apparently, there's this thing down here, requested protection level. It doesn't matter for space Earth. I don't know why. But if we start settling lunar, they will want protection, and we can try to give them protection through a PDC, which is a planetary defense center. But firstly, we're going to have to design a bunch of weapons, and that's all going to take up research, and then we're going to have to actually produce a PDC and then ship it over. Apparently, and I haven't tried this, you can just put police on places. So if we look at ground units, we have these guys. These are low-tech armor divisions, so conventional tech, and they have let's just shrink that. They have a size somewhere, which isn't listed here, but I think they're like size 50, so we can't really transport these. But they have a police strength, and I think this, like if there is unrest, you can just offset it with units, maybe. So to do that though, and I think this is what we're going to want to do, because we really need to amp up production. Like, I think we probably want something close to like 1,000 construction factories. We definitely need more research labs. So what we can do is, what are we researching right now? We're amping up construction rate, which I like that. That's a good plan. We've got 3 available labs. This isn't super necessary, but what we want is logistics and ground combat. Now we're going to need garrison battalion. So these guys are like just defensive, which is fine. We're not planning any ground invasions. As far as space rats know, space rats are alone in a cold and uncaring universe. Yeah, so we probably want to research this. We don't have a scientist. And we're also going to want to research troop transport base. So, oh, it's early for me. This would be a marine company, which isn't what we want. This is the one we want. So all up, that was 3,000 research points. Okay, that's about to finish. So why don't we let that finish, and then we'll probably grab Lizzie. Yeah, we'll grab Lizzie, and we'll because I think she's our highest bonus. Oh no, it's Sam Holloway over here. In fact, we'll just get you, whoops, we'll cancel that. Canceling research is really forgiving in this by the way, you just you keep your points. So we can see that we've got 656 remaining. I don't think we'll terraform for a while. I think we might terraform in a really cool way with like tugs and stuff. We'll get to that later. But logistics and ground combat. Oh, I don't know why I'm yawning so much. Right, so Sam research troop. Well, actually, we may as well start. No, we want to start building the ships. The troops are pretty quick to train, so we'll start researching that. And then Sam, we will queue you up. Where do we go? Garrison battalion. We'll queue that up. So we should get that going. More construction, more good, and the military academy will give us more scientists. I think it's just something like you generate some number times n, where n is the level of your military academy of people every month or something. So like doubling our military academy level from 1 to 2 is just doubling the number of people we have available. Sorry, just checking the event log over here. It looks like on some comments maybe we found some pretty low number but high accessibility. I think what we're really going to need is corundium. So this we need to make mines, which we need to get more corundium and everything else. We should be set for saurium for a while. We're probably going to need more geranium, but we're definitely going to need more mercassium, which we need for research labs. So, what did we finish? And we finished construction rate, which means that we've got a number more labs. And we don't actually have another shipyard, so how big is a troop transport bay? Probably quite big. Let's unpause this activity so we keep adding on more capacity, because I'm not sure the commercial shipyard will be done in time. Certainly it won't be large enough in time, and once we start colonizing the moon, things are going to get a lot more interesting. So what are we doing? Adding these 5 labs to this research project. And how long is that going to take now? Next year. All right. Military academy finished, so we're going back to construction factories and mines. The crew morale on board the Whisker is falling. Where are you, Whisker? You know what, I'm actually going to set up some new organizational branches. So I learned how to use these badly, and they're quite useful. Survey, and we're going to have serve alpha and serve bravo. The Whisker, yeah, your morale is shot. We're going to add the ship. And the Whisker 001, we're going to add there. And then you can do this magic thing. So, whoops. Sorry, branch only. Then we made this nicely named task group, and we deleted the old one and we moved the Whisker into it. This is really useful if you've got like nested stuff. Like say you have a bunch of freighters and you need to split them all up and go deliver stuff elsewhere, you can really rapidly just gather them all back up again, which is nice. Particularly if they're intermingled with other things. Like say we have a task group where this is mixed with a freighter for some insane reason to do with how badly I'm playing. Then I could just like click this magic button and it would separate it out and, you know, give it the name again and stuff, which is nice. But we're going to branch only. Alright, your morale is fine. So, Survey Alpha, why don't we go back to Space Earth? And we're just going to... What are you doing? You have no orders. Where are you? Whisker. Oh, right, the new task group doesn't have the It's a Geoship orders. So I should definitely fix that with Bravo. By the way, I learned another thing. So the reason this is next 5 system bodies is so it surveys a bunch. Like, it doesn't just survey one and say you're doing 30-day turns, then wait like 29 days for the next order doing nothing. So that's why it's a little bit better than just survey nearest body if you're taking large turns. Alright, let's keep going. Serve alpha, yep, we're just gonna wait for shore leave to be done. Shipyard modified, okay. I really don't know, let me just look this up. I'm gonna look up, because we need to know how big to make the shipyard. It is pretty expensive to make a really large military shipyard, and in general you probably shouldn't do it, but this is the beginning of a conventional game, and we're going to do weird stuff because I don't have a build order planned. Troop transport. How big is it? It is size 50, which is one hull size is 50 tons, so it's 2,500 tons. Ha, I have a calculator next to me today. No more bumbling around. Which means that with engines, which are probably like another 2,000 tons, we're gonna need a shipyard, maybe 6,000? A little bit bigger than that. Let's bump you up to 7,000, just because we can. And that'll be done around the same. Ooh. No. Because when was the research finishing? The research, we want to start making these because I think it'll take a little while. And the ground troops won't actually take long to train, so May. Yeah, that's a bit late. So why don't we say 1,000 instead? Yes, we want to cancel the old task. There we go. Alright. The Whisker has finished its shore leave. I am so yawny. Oh, this is terrible. Nothing particularly exciting. Wow, that is a 5 million Cobramite, but with 0.1 accessibility. Oh, yes. Speaking of, we can make geo teams. Oh, we probably don't have the staff for it, but let's check. And we should actually, I can't remember if staff officers. Okay, Yep, we got this guy assigned, and what about civilian administrators? We got someone assigned to Earth? We do. If we search for factory bonus, I think ramping up our production is the best. Oh, we got a better guy. Oh, except that one's got a huge mining bonus. So yeah, we'll stay with you, Aaron Webster. Oh, and a shortage of uranium. That's not good. That is not good. We have a mineral shortage of uranium. But what was I saying? Oh, I got distracted. All right, yes, we can make geoteams. So if we find anywhere that's got promising stuff like the moon, we're actually going to mine. Wow, sweet. Oh, that's a lot of uranium. So let's make a geoteam. You're supposed to kind of take these around, but it's a giant pain in the ass, and you can just create and delete them whenever you want. What are you? Power and propulsion. Yep. And you. Yep. So we need 5 people. You know what? We might actually just leave the scientists free because we've got these guys, and they're not much worse at surveying. All their survey skill does is determine how rapidly they do it. It's like a chance roll based on their rating, and they can level up. So we're going to survey the moon. So this is like another roll that has lower likelihood than the initial survey for adding more minerals or increasing their accessibility. So we'll let that churn away because mining the moon will be awesome. And now we need to look at our... Yeah, okay, we're totally out of uranium. And that's because we're adding on capacity. Okay, let's pause construction factories for a moment. Okay, pause, yes. Also just gonna pause you, and let's amp this up to 100%, because we need to solve, we need to solve these mineral shortages, because this isn't working out. Hang on. We want 100% of the thing. Oh, maybe we need to dump it out into the queue, and then... Yeah, there we go. So it was just, even though it was paused, it was still kind of using 50% of the capacity. All right, we'll do that for a little bit, probably not that long. And we got shore leave complete, so survey alpha. Congratulations on your new orders. You're going back out there to survey. I probably should have just given these guys more kind of time before they need to go back home, like a longer deployment time. I didn't think that morale affected surveying. Apparently, so morale affects all sorts of military roles and nothing else except geological surveying. Why is it that way? I have no idea. It is that way though. Bravo, yeah, finish that, then go to Space Earth and just refuel from Space Earth. And we will just disable the special order so you don't fly off after that. It would be nice if there was a shore leave order that just kind of let you you know, like told the ship to move there and do nothing else until its crew clock had wound all the way back. Still getting mineral shortages of uranium, but not much we can do about that. I mean, well, we could cancel the shipyard, but we're not going to because we want to be ready. Okay. So Bravo. Are we out of fuel on Earth? No. Why didn't you refuel? Refuel from colony. And then become a geoship. So 87%. Yeah, okay, it did. Are we actually producing any fuel? I don't think we are. I think we're just running on fuel reserves, yeah. So that's going to be a problem too. Oh, so many problems. Okay, we are rolling out more mines. So hopefully this will get a little bit better. Oh, yeah, adding capacity to shipyards is expensive. Ooh, found a lot of minerals. Wild. Wild is going to be a great place to mine. Shipyard modified. Wow, we actually found a few really, really great places. I might just tag these with colonies so I don't forget. But this is a kind of neat tool. I was reading it wrong, I think, in the last video. So the main mineral that you select are these two things, and then these are the other ones. So yeah, that's an okay one, and we will set that as a colony. Having something as a colony doesn't actually mean you'll land people on it. It's just like a place where there will be activities. This place is great with the Mercassium. There's not very much, but it's super accessible. So we'll tag it. Yeah, what did we get? Wild and Shirenke. I probably butchered that pronunciation, I apologize. But that also had quite a bit. Although not very much uranium. Oh, it's there. Yeah, so these are nice places to mine. I mean, the total accessibility here is like 1.5, 2.2, 3.1, 5.1, which is crazy. Like wow, that's fantastic. So we will mark colonies on both of these. I don't know if this stops civilians from mining them. That doesn't really matter because we don't have much to spend our money on. We could buy minerals, no worries, but you know, it's better to have our own colony. I think anyway. Shipyard modification finished, still getting the mineral shortage, and we have finished troop transport base. So, let's design a transport ship. What is a transport ship going to be called? Let me just look up this picture. Hmm. No inspiration now. Well, let's designate you as a troop transport, and we'll whack some stuff on you and then think of a name. Bathurst is an okay name. I like Bathurst. It's a nice little town, not too far from me. Well, you're going to need a... What's our size budget? It's 7k max. And we're going to need a troop transport bay. And we're going to need enough engines to move acceptably. This can be a conscript ship. Rats don't actually have conscripts. Everybody, but this is like stoic rats. So they don't care for the comfort of anything. So that's pretty fast. That's probably actually faster than we need. Let's not make this expensive. This isn't going to be, for invasion or anything. This is just deploying troops in our borders. And you can operate for... we'll bolt a little more fuel storage on. There you are. So, sure, this can be the Bathurst class. Troop transport. I'm just making sure I haven't done anything stupid. I think this is correct. Just make sure. New armor. Yep, that's all good. Alright. Let's... Oh, okay. Yep, let's retool the shipyard. Retool. Using even more uranium. Okay, that'll be done in August, and our research on the troops will be done in October. Yeah, this might actually time out nicely. Accidentally awesome. Still getting mineral shortages though. Oh dear. Okay. Now we need to build... Oh, we're also gonna... Damn it. So we're gonna need to build a freighter. Right. Which I think was the Tum over here. Ideally, we'd like to be able to build both the troop transport and the freighter from the same shipyard, so we don't have to retool a bunch. Can I get that done? Slater Fox. You are... So instead of a... it's like if they're within 30% of the refit cost for each other. So you have a cargo hold. What's the Bathurst look like? 4,000. How to get this closer? So what's in you? Uranium armor, fuel storage, 2 and 1 engine. You're just so much larger is the problem. Oh, that's really annoying. Because we will need to get at least one infrastructure on Luna for the civilian sector to kick in, and we're going to need freighters for that. All right. I made a mistake. That's okay. That's okay. There will be many, many mistakes, no doubt. Still, I suppose our shipyard is the right size. So we're going to need one of these troop transports. Let's build one anyway. Unless we want to hold off a minute while we get some more mines online. And I think we might want to, just to try to deal with this mineral shortage. All right, garrison battalion is done. So I think we can recycle troops. Yeah, let's convert into a cadre. Is that how you pronounce it? Almost certainly not. Nothing that the military uses is pronounced any way it looks like. You know, you've got lieutenant and that like corps, but it's corpse. You know, why can't they just be sensible? Are they? Is it all just because they're a bit obsessed with the French? Wouldn't be the first time that people were just like, oh, it's in French, so it's fancy, so we have to do it. Okay, so that's gonna build there. You will build a Bathurst class ship, and we will add that task, which is gonna cause even more uranium shortages. Such is life. Maybe we should amp up mining. So Lizzie's working on the pebble bed. I think we need to. Mining, matching scientists. We got one of you. Yeah. Let's amp up mining. That should be good. All right. Oh, mineral shortages again. We got a new administrator who's not very impressive. We have a garrison battalion. We might make a couple. Well, they make pretty fast. Oh, well, we're going to want to convert all the low-tech ones anyway. Don't think these guys are useful at all, actually, so let's just do this. Much clicking. And now we can use them to train more things. Unfortunately, you really can't queue these things, which is quite annoying. Like if I try to, it goes, oh no, we've only got one training facility. Right. What are the survey ships running on conventional engines? They could be. Let's have a look. Nope. They're running on nuclear. Well, we'll let their morale fall for a little while. More mineral shortages. Oh, we got a new scientist. Research and fire control, 20%. That is good news. Okay, the Bathurst is done. So now we need to retool yet again. Oh. Are we big enough? No, we're not. We're not. Well, while I have a think about this, I will leave you guys here for now and work out what the best way to tackle this sort of ridiculous problem of mineral starvation that we're facing is. As well as my messed up build order. See, I was really hoping to have a commercial ship online by the time we want to get freighters online. So I've just got to decide whether I want to wait for this to get done. Which I could, but I really do need more construction factories. Or if I should just ramp this up and then churn out a few, churn out a freighter and get some infrastructure going so the civilian sector kicks off and that might overall be better. I mean, the moon has quite a lot to mine, and I really would like to mine it. Uh, it's pretty rare, actually, in my experience, to find a moon that's got, with my experience of like 3 trial games, um, and to find a moon that's worth mining. But this will really help with our uranium shortage problems, and this is a nice amount of thorium, just in the interim. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next episode.